What if the world's most powerful longevity secret has nothing to do with gyms, supplements, or extreme workouts, but is hidden in movements so simple you've been overlooking them your entire life? While millions of Americans spend thousands of dollars every year on gym memberships, fitness programs, and trendy health routines, older adults in Japan, well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, are quietly outliving everyone else on the planet. Japan now has over 90,000 centenarians, the highest per capita concentration of people living past 100 anywhere in the world. But here's what genuinely shocked researchers from Harvard Medical School after tracking these superagers for 5 consecutive years. It wasn't their diet alone. It wasn't genetics. And it certainly wasn't intense exercise. The real secret was hiding in plain sight. Incredibly simple daily movements that Japanese elders perform without ever thinking of them as exercise. In fact, Western doctors initially dismissed these movements as insignificant. That was until brain imaging revealed something extraordinary. Older adults who practiced these daily movements showed 40% less cognitive decline than their Western counterparts. Their joints remained flexible decades longer. Their balance systems functioned like people 20 years younger. Stanford researchers would later call this discovery the most overlooked factor in longevity in modern medicine. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover these movements, starting with the least complex and building to the most powerful. But I need to warn you about number 1. It's the movement that extended average lifespan by 7 years in a study of 15,000 Japanese seniors, yet 90% of Americans have never even heard of it. It takes just 2 minutes, requires zero equipment, and neuroscientists found it activates more areas of the brain simultaneously than any physical activity they've ever measured. Number 5. Slow walking, Sampo. This movement looks almost too simple to matter. Yet for Japanese elders, it's the foundation of daily longevity. Sampo is not ordinary walking. It's slow, deliberate movement, performed at about half your normal pace, usually for 20 to 30 minutes each morning. The slowness is intentional and critical. Unlike Western power walking, Sampo follows a structured breathing rhythm. Inhale for 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, then exhale for 4. This rhythm synchronizes the nervous system and cardiovascular system, creating a calming neurological effect that faster walking cannot produce. A long-term study from Kyoto University followed 3,000 adults over 60 for 10 years. Seniors practicing daily Sampo showed 62% less arterial stiffness and significantly lower blood pressure compared to non-practitioners. Here's the hidden advantage most people miss. Walking slowly allows full foot contact with the ground, activating all 33 joints in each foot. This sends powerful proprioceptive signals to the brain, the same system responsible for balance and spatial awareness. As this system weakens with age, fall risk rises sharply. After just 8 weeks, Western seniors who adopted Sampo improved their single-leg balance time by an average of 45 seconds. To practice it properly, roll through the entire foot with each step, heel to arch to toes. Keep your gaze about 6 feet ahead, arms relaxed, hands loose. Avoid treadmills. Natural surfaces like grass or dirt paths work best. Researchers at the University of Tokyo found seniors walking on varied terrain maintained 20% greater joint mobility than those walking only on concrete. Start with 10 minutes, gradually building up. Japanese elders don't think of Sampo as exercise. It's simply how they move, and it quietly preserves balance, circulation, and brain health for decades. Number 4. Daily stretching flow, Ragyo Taiso. Every morning at 6:30 a.m., a gentle melody plays across Japan's public broadcasting system. It's the signal for Radio Taiso, a daily movement ritual practiced by millions of Japanese people for nearly a century. But don't think of this as exercise. Ragio Taiso is a 3-minute flowing sequence of gentle, continuous movements designed to wake up every joint in the body. No straining, no holding positions, just smooth, rhythmic motion that keeps the body lubricated and mobile. Researchers from Osaka Medical College studied over 8,000 adults aged 60 plus and found those who practiced Ragio Taiso daily experienced 40% fewer falls, 55% less chronic back pain, and maintained near full shoulder and hip mobility well into their 80s. Here's why it works. As we age, the fluid inside our joints, called synovial fluid, thickens and decreases. Without regular movement, joints become stiff, painful, and fragile. Ragio Taiso increases synovial fluid production by up to 30%, essentially oiling the body's hinges every single morning. The sequence includes arm raises to open the chest, shoulder rotations to protect the joints, gentle spinal twists, side bends, and shallow knee movements, all performed without stopping. This constant motion improves circulation without stressing the heart. Timing matters. Japanese elders perform this immediately after waking, when growth hormone levels are still elevated, making tissues more responsive to movement. The goal is never force. Movements should feel smooth, like moving through warm water. You don't need the full routine to benefit. Even the arm raises and gentle twists alone provide measurable improvements in flexibility and pain reduction. In Japan, many companies still practice Ragio Taiso before work. Productivity studies show employees who do it take 30% fewer sick days, not because they're fitter, but because their bodies stay mobile and resilient. Number 3. The deep squat rest, Shinko Zare. Walk through a Japanese park or garden and you'll see something rare in the West. Older adults comfortably resting in a deep squat, heels flat on the ground, chatting or tending plants, sometimes for 20 minutes or more. Most Western adults over 60 can't hold this position for 10 seconds. This isn't about flexibility alone. The deep squat is a fundamental human position that modern chair-based lifestyles slowly erase. Japanese elders maintain it because they use it daily, not because they train for it. A 12-year study from the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology followed 5,000 seniors. Those who could maintain a deep squat for just 2 minutes were 70% less likely to require assisted living and remained independent an average of 9 years longer. Here's what the deep squat preserves. It opens the hips through their full range of motion, preventing the joint tightening that leads to shuffling gait. It keeps ankles mobile, critical for balance. It strengthens pelvic floor muscles linked to bladder control. Most importantly, it decompresses the spine, allowing nutrient-rich fluid to nourish spinal discs. Cultures that retain deep squatting have 80% fewer hip replacements and dramatically lower rates of chronic back pain, according to Harvard researchers. To rebuild this ability, start with support. Squat with your back against a wall or hold a stable surface. Keep feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly outward. If heels lift, place a rolled towel underneath. Begin with 30 seconds, several times per day. Frequency matters more than duration. 5 short squats spread throughout the day outperform 1 long hold. Japanese elders squat while gardening, waiting, or watching TV, integrating the position naturally into daily life. Each time you use this position functionally, you reinforce the mobility that keeps you independent. Number 2. Single leg standing, Ashidachi. This may sound almost too simple, but in Japan, doctors prescribe single-leg standing the way Western physicians prescribe medication. Adults over 60 are often instructed to stand on one leg for 1 minute twice a day. It's even covered by health insurance in Japan because the data behind it is that strong. A long-term study from Fukuoka University tracked 12,000 seniors for 15 years. Those who practiced daily single-leg standing had 68% fewer hip fractures and 75% fewer falls requiring hospitalization. But the most powerful effects happen in the brain. When you stand on one leg, your body makes thousands of micro-adjustments every minute to stay upright. These tiny corrections activate your muscles, joints, inner ear balance system, and visual processing, all at the same time. Brain scans show increased gray matter in the motor cortex and cerebellum, regions essential for coordination and stability. This is why balance training protects cognition as much as it protects the body. To practice safely, stand near a wall or chair. Lift one foot just an inch off the floor. Focus your eyes on a fixed point about 10 feet ahead. Breathe normally and hold for 30 seconds, then switch legs. As you improve, close your eyes briefly to increase the challenge. Removing visual input forces your nervous system to work harder. Many Japanese elders practice this while brushing their teeth, effortlessly building consistency into an existing habit. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic found that single-leg standing time is a stronger predictor of longevity than blood pressure or cholesterol. Adults over 60 who can stand on one leg for 30 seconds have mortality rates similar to people 10 years younger. Number 1. The towel twist, Tenagui Hibiki. This is the movement that forced researchers to rethink everything they thought they knew about aging. It requires nothing more than a simple hand towel, yet Japanese centenarians credit it more than any other daily habit for maintaining strength, balance, and mental clarity well into their 90s. You hold a towel with both hands, arms extended in front of you, and pull outward to create tension. While maintaining that tension, you slowly rotate your torso to one side, then the other. That's it. But internally, nearly every major system in your body turns on at once. In a 20-year study of 15,000 Japanese seniors, those who performed this movement for just 2 minutes per day lived an average of 7 years longer. Their grip strength, one of the strongest predictors of mortality, stayed in the independence range into advanced age. Muscle activation studies revealed deep spinal stabilizers, core muscles, intrinsic foot muscles, and even facial muscles firing simultaneously. Brain scans showed both hemispheres activating together, strengthening neural connections linked to memory, reaction speed, and dementia resistance. To perform it correctly, hold a rolled towel at shoulder height, hands about 18 inches apart. Pull outward as if trying to tear the towel. Keep hips facing forward as you rotate your torso to the right. Hold for 3 seconds, return to center, then rotate left. Breathe steadily. Exhale during the twist. Inhale as you return. This breathing pattern stimulates the vagus nerve, reducing inflammation and calming the nervous system. Just 1 minute in the morning and 1 before bed delivers the full benefit. No gym, no equipment, no strain. Yet this single movement improves strength, coordination, brain health, and longevity more effectively than hours of conventional exercise. If you found this video helpful, give it a like so more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel for more science-backed senior health tips every week. Now tell us in the comments which movement surprised you the most, and which one do you feel would help you the most right now. We read every comment and reply as often as we can. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.